Good afternoon, we are here in Greensboro. Now today we are on a bit of a journey. If you haven't seen any of our previous videos about Amtrak trains, you can go back and watch those. But today we are planning on taking an Amtrak train all the way from Greensboro, where we live, all the way to Florida. We're also trying out a new lens today. I've got the 14mm f1.8 on here. So going to be giving that a shot today, especially in like the tight, cramped quarters of the train. I'm hoping it gives everybody a really good view, but if it doesn't, we will be sending it back. So really hoping that this lens performs for us. We normally use 16-35 for most of our shots, but we were hoping with this train journey that a 14mm might make a little bit more sense. So if you're surprised by how wide everything is today, that is why. Also, it is snowing incredibly hard outside right now. We are in the middle of a bit of a winter storm here in Greensboro, which is pretty rare for us. Most of the time we do not get these type of winter storms, but we're gonna get about 2 to 3 inches of snow, which is a lot for Greensboro. They've already got the plows out, which I didn't even know Greensboro had plows, so it's quite surprising. Snacks, and a bottle of water.
Nice.
Well, that's what we got.
Already.
To the end of the hall. That's to the end of the hall. Number 2. Train 74 on platform number 2.
It does sound like the train should be coming any minute now. It's interesting that they're making boarding calls for the train and it hasn't even arrived yet. But I'm sure that's a way to get everybody from the main station all the way over here. We will see you guys when we get on the train. Oh, we also have something slightly different about this train. We are now going to do all the different classes of Amtrak service. So for the first leg, we are in coach. For the second leg, we are in bunk beds. And then if you haven't seen any of our previous videos, go back to those because that's where we did the full roomette. So you'll get to see all different classes of the services offered by Amtrak. We should cover all of those. It's a really wide lens.
It's a very wide lens.
But we're on our way. We made the first train here, and now we are headed to our first stop of Cary. Now this is the Amtrak like standard class. So like if you just book an Amtrak ticket to anywhere in the US, this is most likely the type of seat that you will get. And you can tell there's a ton of room here, and they actually allow you to carry on up to 2 bags. But we were told originally when we first booked our thing that it's 1 backpack and 1 like roller bag or 2 roller bags, but not like you can't have like a total of a backpack and then 2 roller bags. I think there's some restrictions on that, so just in case you're wondering, that's what it's like.
You could have brought more clothes.
No more clothes, Kayla. Alright, we're almost to Cary.
No, in the station. And then this is Cary.
Thank you. making sure you made it.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
We made it. It's sleeting in Cary. It's kind of nasty weather, but hopefully our next train does not get canceled. It's a little delayed right now, but it's not canceled yet, so that's good. We have high hopes. It smells like a pool in here.
Yeah.
It smells like chlorine.
Really strong, for sure. All right, so a quick update on our situation. Have about a 3-hour layover. So we found a pizza place that was about, I don't know, quarter-mile walk through the snow, uphill both ways, of course. We're gonna go get some pizza and try to burn extra time here. I think it's much better than sitting in the station and doing nothing. And it's kind of cool to be able to sit down and just have a pizza at a bar. It's like Christmas.
It does feel like Christmas. It hasn't snowed for like 3 years since we've been here in North Carolina. And now we got 2 snowstorms in like 4 weeks. What is happening? This is very Hallmark-esque though, right now. A little cold, but Hallmark-esque.
Mail dropped off. We're good to go. We're gonna head back to the train station now. It's starting to snow harder and harder, and I don't know how much longer we want to sit out here because they're probably gonna get about 4 inches of snow, and I really don't want to drag this suitcase all the way through the snow.
It's like Oslo all over again.
It will be like Oslo all over again. Go watch that video. Gosh, it's getting thick so quick. It's crazy.
All right, so we are about 2 hours delayed due to the weather, due to emergency stop for crew stuff. So it's going to be around 10 o'clock by the time we get onto the train. So I'm not sure if we're gonna do the room tour when we get on the train tonight.
Yeah, we might save that for the
We
morning.
might save that for the morning. We might just go to bed.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
But it's changed from snow to rain here, so now it's going to be very icy. So it's not looking good weather-wise, but the train is still coming, and we will get on it eventually, and we will eventually make it to Florida.
After 13 hours.
It might take a longer trip than we thought.
Yeah, a 13-hour trip basically turned into almost a 15-hour trip. It's pretty bad all the way down to like the border between like Florida and Georgia. So it's pretty rough. So
Lucky us.
yes, not much we can do about it, but yeah.
It's an adventure as always. We're the only sleeper car passengers. Everybody's gonna sit in their chair the whole way. Brave. They are brave people. I'm not that brave. We're all lined up like children, and he's gonna take us out to the platform. It reminds me of kindergarten, but he's very organized about it. He wants to make it as quick as possible, so I appreciate that. All right.
I'm sure they're trying to make up some of the time because they still say that we're going to arrive on time. So I'm sure they have a goal to make up some of the time that they lost. But an hour and 50 minutes, I think, is going to be
Zero chance of us arriving at the same time we're scheduled. Zero chance. We're 2 hours behind in a 13-hour trip, so.
We could get really lucky with like overnight slots because I know that a lot of trains get like what's it called? I can hear it. Do you hear it? I know that cargo trains get priority in the United States over passenger trains, but overnight I think sometimes there's a lot less cargo trains, so maybe we'll have a chance to make up some time on the rails.
Sleep. Why don't you wait here, and then I'll get. Actually, there's coverage down there. Okay. You guys can wait in that covered area.
Train is too long for the platform, and they can only fit like one set of cars on the platform at a time. So they have to like load anybody who's sitting in coach, and then they will like send the car. Sorry, I'm getting cold, so I'm trying to show you.
I'm like shaking.
I don't mean to. But you know, they'll shift the thing down, and then we'll be able to get on when they move the train forward. All right.
You get really like when you get tired, you get cold really easily. That's me right now. I'm
Yeah.
just like shivering.
Oh God, I'm shaking the camera. I hope you guys can't see this.
It's okay. I just didn't want you guys to forget about us.
Thank you.
Passengers that just joined us here at Raleigh and Cary, welcome aboard the Floridian. Safety is important. Please review a safety instruction card so everything is be possible in front of you. Do apologize as we are approximately an hour and 45 minutes behind schedule. When walking about the train, shoes are required.
This is so tiny.
The vestibule cafe car is only going to be open for a little bit longer, so please make sure if you need anything to eat or drink, find your way to the cafe car. The center of the train behind all of the coach cars is a cafe
Do you need
car.
anything to eat or drink?
No, I think I'm good.
We just met our train attendant, Jimmy. He's actually really cool. He helped us find this little spot to put our luggage, which was great because I was like sitting there, like sitting on the luggage, like trying to get out of the aisle just in case anybody else had to get on. And it was funny because he's like, "What are you doing sitting on your luggage?" And he's like, "You can put it on top. There's like a little cubby." So he showed us that, and we were actually able to get both bags up there. So I'll try to get a better picture of that when I move to the top bunk here.
But our beds were already made up.
100%. I'm in love with that, to be honest. I'm super excited and super happy that, because I was thinking that like when we were sitting there, like I really hope they just make the beds up so I can just like hop up and go lay down. He also brought us 2 bottles of water, which is like, really appreciate that. So like really little details matter, and I think that's what sets apart. I think this is technically considered a first class offering. I don't know the differences in like comparing different countries and the way that they do trains, but I do think that this is technically a first class offering. All of the sleeper cars in here do get free dinner and breakfast meals. So if you are interested in that kind of stuff, definitely book one of these things. Otherwise, if you book coach, it is extra, but you can pay for a meal in the diner car. But I've been told they're a little bit expensive for what they are.
All right, is it time to get ready for bed?
Yeah, I think it's time for bed. We're gonna try to get in bed so we can get up early because we have to get breakfast by between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., which shouldn't be a problem, but. All right, so there is a lot more room up here, especially when compared to the other train. I know the other train, I don't even think I could sit up, or like the ceiling was really close. I think I actually have a few extra inches of headroom here, which makes this a lot more comfortable and a lot easier to get into. Like I can almost sit up entirely, which is perfect. So I feel like I could be in this room for more than one day, which is kind of surprising because I feel like a lot of these train trips, you come on them and then you feel like you're like, just get me out of here as quickly as possible. I feel like this train car is a little bit nicer. I don't know if it actually is. It does feel a lot newer. If you know a lot about Amtrak trains, maybe you can tell us. We are on the Floridian line. I think our train number is 41. So if you know a lot about Amtrak, go ahead and comment down below and tell us if this is like a newer set of cars or a newer layout or newer design, especially compared with the auto train that we took previously. All right, I think that's going to be it for me tonight, and I'm gonna go ahead and get in bed here, and I'll see you all in the morning.
Good morning from the Amtrak Floridian train. We are currently somewhere in Georgia. We just woke up. It's about 7:30 in the morning. It's still kind of dark outside, but we have to get breakfast before 9 a.m. Yeah, I slept pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
I think
I slept much better than the auto train, for sure.
Absolutely. I didn't get any sleep on the auto train, but this one I feel like I got like 5 hours.
Yeah, I got a good 4 hours.
Which is shocking. So I'm pleasantly surprised by it. I thought the beds were comfy, blankets were a little light, but you have full control of the climate, so you can turn it up like really warm in here. We were a little chilled from standing out on the train track last night, so we were a little cold in the beginning, but I think we warmed up just fine as the heat went up in the room. So
I feel like the tracks aren't as shaky on this side. I feel like the tracks that we were on for the auto train that go up to Virginia were really rough.
We're really rough, yeah.
So I'm not saying that there's not a few spots here, but like it's definitely significantly less.
I want to show you the beds really quick, and then I think we're gonna wait to do the rest of the tour until they put the beds away for us. I think it'll be easier for us to get around and easier for us to show you everything in this room, because it really is quite a lot and quite impressive. So, and then I think we need to go and get some breakfast.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah. Anything else?
No. I don't know what else you want.
Ben is still a little tired.
Yeah. 4 hours of sleep is a little rough.
I like popped up and he's like, "What do you want?"
I was hoping to sleep for another 30 minutes to an hour.
Anywho, all right, we'll see you later. French toast. They have a really good menu on this train, which I'm really impressed with. So, yeah, French toast, bacon, coffee, and orange juice. I'm happy. They have some like omelets and stuff like that too. I didn't get it because it has a lot of cheese in it, so I just got the French toast. But they have some pretty good options. So we made it back from breakfast. Breakfast was great, and I called an attendant to come put our beds back. Last time they did it like while we were at breakfast, but I don't think anybody saw us actually go to breakfast, so I just called them and they'll be here soon to come put our beds back into chairs, and then we can give you a full room tour. Alright, this is going to be the official room tour of the Roomette on the Floridian train that we are taking from Raleigh, North Carolina to Orlando, Florida. So this is the Roomette we have, which means that it's for 2 people, up to 2 people, and it's kind of bunk bed style. Now, we've had a previous video where we booked the bedroom, and it is still bunk beds, but you have your own bathroom and like an extra chair area. That was great, so go watch that video. But that was on the auto train going from DC to Sanford, Florida. So first we have a locking door. All of the roomettes have a locking door. They have curtains that Velcro shut, so you do have privacy. And then you have a full like trash can, like a pull-out trash can, which is great. You have full control of the climate in here. There are a lot of lights in this room. There's reading lights, there's area lights, there's overhead lights, mirror lights, like there's a lot of lights. There's also a lot of outlets in this roomette. When it's chair style, each person has 2 outlets, which is really nice for a train trip. There is quite a bit of storage in this roomette for it being so small. We brought 2 carry-on bags and 2 backpacks total, plus our winter coats because we traveled during a winter storm. I have my backpack down here below the step. It fits pretty nicely. Ben has his on the armrest of the other chair, and then up top there's a cubby that you can put a suitcase or bigger luggage. Both of our carry-ons fit just perfectly up there. There are hangers for your coats. There's coat hooks. There's even a little like net pouch up top near the bunk bed so that the person up top has a place to put their night stuff. For only being a roomette and not having its own bathroom, they have made it as comfortable as possible for you. You have your own sink in here, and it's a fold down sink, so you can brush your teeth and whatever in your roomette. And they give you some towels, and they give you shampoo, conditioner, and soap if you do want to take a shower. And the shower is down the hall at the back of the car. I think there's 2 showers. One shower?
There's only one shower, and there's plenty of towels. They give you towels down there for everything, and they even give you extra soap in case you forget.
So far, every time I've gone down there, none of them have been occupied, so it hasn't been any kind of wait to go to the bathroom or anything. Last thing is you do have a table that folds out between the chairs. It's actually quite a big table. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I highly recommend it. I think we'll have to talk about later which is better, the roomette or the bedroom. So we'll talk to you about that later. But for now, we're going to enjoy some views and maybe get a little work done while we have the time.
All right, so the reason that we wanted to take this train is because it is one of the newest lines on Amtrak. Now, this is a new line called the Floridian, which goes all the way from Chicago all the way down to Miami, which is phenomenal for us because it goes through North Carolina. I wanted to talk about some of the differences in accommodations that we have traveled on with Amtrak, and I did want to note a few interesting facts that hopefully you are aware of when you book your train trip. Now, there's essentially two classes of service within Amtrak. So there is the standard coach class, which does not get free meals and does not have access to the dining car unless you pay an additional fee. I think some trains it's even more limited where they won't give you access at all, but you can buy like snacks and drinks and stuff like that. Obviously they get bathrooms. I don't know if they get showers, but I do know that bathrooms are available. The other type of service in their first class offering is there's this roomette, which is the double bunk beds that we had today. And then previously we have taken the bedroom style. You get a bathroom and a shower all within your little bedroom compartment. Now that's definitely really nice because you don't have to share a bathroom or shower with anybody. But to be honest, like Kayla said earlier, there is definitely not a line for the bathroom, so it's not necessarily a problem. And you do save a little bit of money. I think you can save between like $200 and $400 depending on how many people you have with you. Now, I think in comparing them, I think if I were to do it again, I definitely would not mind booking this roomette. But I also think we got a newer car. Like the whole train car is a lot newer than the ones that we've been on previously. And this car seems like a significant upgrade to what we took previously. I feel like the mattresses are thicker. I feel like the soundproofing's better. What else would you say? Like
Aesthetically, it's nicer.
Aesthetically, it's nicer. It's definitely better with the wood paneling versus kind of like the very clean plastic looking panel, like metal and plastic panel. I did expect these cabins to be significantly smaller, and they definitely are a little bit smaller, but you do get your own sink and you do get a lot of like little amenities, and you still get dinner and breakfast paid for, which is really nice.
About the cost difference between a coach, a roomette, and a bedroom. Now, I'm just going off of prices that I've looked up right now for a train tomorrow. So don't know what the price is going to be when you look it up, but this is what I'm seeing on their website right now. So if you were to do a coach ticket tomorrow, it's $58 a person, which is really cheap for a trip from like Raleigh to Orlando, right? A roomette is $510 for one room. So that's two adults in one room. So that's $255 a piece. So you can see that's quite a jump, right? It's $200 extra for the roomette per person. And then the bedroom, that's about $1,000 for the room. So you're spending an additional almost $500. And I think that varies a little bit depending on the day and when you book it and stuff like that. But it's quite a jump. And then I think that there's even a family room if you have kids that you can book. Now, I don't think that room has a bathroom in it, but if you want your private space, you have kids, that's an option. I don't know what the pricing is for that. I think it's around the same as like the regular bedroom. If you're going all in and this is like a luxury trip for you, maybe do the bedroom. But we were really happy with the roomette. But yeah, that's the cost difference. I hope that helps. If you have any questions about the roomette or the bedroom or even coach, because we've taken all three classes, let us know in the comments below. We're happy to give the best advice we can and give honest opinions. So
one of the other differences is I think this is technically a Viewliner, and the other one that we took previously was a Superliner. Now the Superliner I think is 2 decks, and this is almost the same height. It's like 1.5 decks. So like, but the half deck is pretty much exclusively used for like air conditioning and other like mechanical equipment, whereas on the Superliner they have 2 decks and they have stairs that go up so that you can, like, there's a row of rooms on the top floor and then a row of rooms on the bottom floor. And I think typically the way the design for that is that, like, there's mostly large rooms on the top floor and then roomettes on the bottom floor, or family rooms on the bottom floor. So just in case you're curious about the differences between the Viewliner and the Superliner, I'm sure somebody else knows a lot more about it than me. So if you do and you are that person, go ahead and comment down below and tell us the difference. Alright, so we got about 15 minutes to get everything packed up and get ready to get off the train here in Orlando.
Alright, we hope you enjoyed our train ride from Raleigh, North Carolina to Orlando, Florida. This week is really more of a work week and chilling with family, so we probably won't have a follow-up video in Orlando. We hope you liked the train content. If you do like this content, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions about the train, drop a comment below. We're happy to answer any questions. But yeah, we have some big adventures coming up outside of the country in February, so you'll probably see those videos in March. So stay tuned for those. It's a pretty big adventure, hopefully. But other than that, we'll see you on the next one.